about something yesterday after we had finished talking. One time during the class, we were talking about forgiveness.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to see, you know what I'm saying, about the forgiveness. Who is able to be forgiven and who's not? You know, I know, right? We don't have to forgive heathens or those other nations, but just the forgiveness is between the brotherhood and the sisterhood, right?
Okay, let me just get this right, and then I'm gonna have you ask that again. All right?
Okay.
I hear you though. Let me see. Yeah, I just want to make sure everything's 12. If anybody has any questions or comments, feel free to ask them, type them in. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barakathum, Yahweh Shamar Al Athan Bashem Yahshai, to all the sisters. Wednesday night law class, San Bernardino, California, 246 East Highland is the address. And today we are going to be discussing the power of words. We're going to be discussing the power of words, which is synonymous with, you know, how to talk to people, how not to talk to people, communication, miscommunication, forgiving. Throw that in there as well. So you had a question on who can be forgiven? Who can be forgiven?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any brother that does something wrong against you, you forgive him. You get my point? Like, you forgive him. That's what you're supposed to do. Remember Christ said 7 times 70?
Yes, sir.
Brother offend you, y'all, you know, go back and forth, whatever the case may be. Y'all hash it out. Y'all figure out a way to make it work.
That's right.
You understand? Yeah. For the purpose of restoring the brotherhood. You understand? So, go ahead.
So with that said, so if a heathen offends us, we don't have to ever forgive them for that, right? Or they do something to us, we don't have to forgive a heathen.
Right? A heathen?
Yeah.
Nah.
All right.
Nah. But then, you know what I mean, it's different, you know, like for example, if I use the example of someone holding the door open for you. Say they forget to hold the door open, like the door kind of goes and hits you a little bit, you know what I mean? They're like, oh my God, sorry. I'm like, oh, don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? I'm not about to, no, you're a Israelite, you're going into slavery, and I got all the gas station looking at me. It ain't that deep, you know, it was an accident. You get my point? Now, the Lord gonna judge these nations. The Lord ain't forgive these nations. You know what I mean? So, I don't forgive them.
That's right.
I don't forgive them. So, but definitely forgive your brother and your sister. You know. But, yeah, today we're gonna talk about the power of words, and it's a lot of I don't want to say background, but basically a lot of brackets you can put this under. When you know how to talk to people or how to talk to people, you understand? And different scenarios and situations on knowing how to talk to somebody and how not to talk to somebody. You understand my point? First and foremost, let's get Colossians 4:6. Let's get Colossians 4:6. And we're going to talk about the power of words. And then we're going to get into the history of Susanna and show you an example of the power of words. So let's get Colossians chapter 4, verse 6. We're going to start the class off right there. We do know, according to Proverbs, what is that, 4 and 7? Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. How do you get understanding? Psalms 119, 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding, and you understand? Therefore I hate every false way. You see? So let's get Colossians 4:6. Read it when you got it.
Come on. The book of Colossians, chapter 4, verse 6.
Read on.
Let your speech be...
Let your what?
Let your speech...
Let your speech...
be always with grace.
Mm-hmm.
Seasoned with salt.
What with salt? Seasoned
with salt.
Seasoned with salt. Read on.
That ye may know how ye ought to answer every man.
Now, I'm going to give you a scenario. If you're a brother in the truth, right? Regardless of your rank, right? Rank is important. That's not my point. Rank is important. But you got to know how to talk to people. Like I will never say, if I needed you to do something, right? I said, hey, Swap, do you mind turning the lights on for me? Right? I'm not just saying that because I'm on camera or you get my point? Like I honestly talk like that, right? And if I don't, a brother should pull that brother to the side like, listen, I don't like how you told me to do that. Slaggy. I feel like you could have told me to do that a little differently. I did it, but I gotta tell you, that was a little, unnecessary.
Right.
But, hey, Salaki, do you mind? Hey, can you do this for me, please? Right? I remember General Muhammad was teaching on being kind. That's so, it's so important to know how to talk to somebody.
That's right.
I'm not gonna say, hey, nigga, turn that light on. Like, who the hell you think you is? Christ didn't even talk to his brothers like that.
Right.
Christ didn't belittle his brothers. You get my point? He didn't say things that offended. That's why your speech has to be seasoned with salt. You gotta be seasoned. You ever heard of like a seasoned vet?
Yes.
Like in basketball or anything. He's seasoned. You gotta know how to talk to people, right? And a lot of times communication and miscommunication plays a big part in why there can be offenses. What do you mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean by that. Lack of communication is one of the biggest reasons why marriages fail. Did you know that?
Come.
Lack of communication. Get the definition of miscommunication
Come.
in the Merriam-Webster. Lack of communication is one of the main reasons why marriages fail. It's a fact. Not, I'll be here and this. No, that's not what I'm talking about. You didn't tell me that you were gonna. I'm talking about communication in the sense of, you don't work things out. You just let stuff bother you. You don't talk about things, right? You just let it play out. No, talk about it.
All right.
Eventually, talk about it. Talk about what's bothering y'all. Hash it out, work it out, and in turn, the marriage will be stronger. The friendship will be stronger.
That's right.
You see, as a friend, you have a friend. Y'all cool friends, but he always do something that bother you, but you never tell him. And then one day he gonna do it, and you gonna snap. You gonna snap, and you gonna do some things that friend might not forgive you for. You know what I mean? You might just lose it and go and black out because you've been holding in everything that they've been doing to you.
Wow.
You could just put a brother to the side or put that person to the side. Listen, I don't like how you did this to me. I don't like how you said this. I don't like, you get where I'm going?
Come.
So read that.
Come. The definition of miscommunication. Failure to communicate.
Failure to communicate.
Clearly.
One more time.
The definition of miscommunicate. Failure to communicate clearly.
Failure to communicate clearly. Right? Don't beat around the bush with the brother or the sister. Be direct.
That's right.
Be clear as to what you're saying. Because if you leave that brother guessing or that sister guessing, your husband guessing, your wife guessing, you're going to allow Satan to creep into their minds. You're going to allow, because they're going to be like, damn, what did you mean by that? You know what I mean? When you can be, let your yay be yay and your nay be nay. Be direct. Be. I need you to take out the. Can you take out the trash for me, please? If you don't mind, brother, can you take the trash out for me? Not walk by and say something passive like, I know there's troopers in here. Nigga, I need that trash ticket out though. Nobody does that because we know how to talk to each other in here. But I would be wrong if I did that. Instead of just directly asking a brother, hey brother, can you take this trash out for me? If you don't mind. You busy? No sweat, no sweat. I'll get it. You get my point? Knowing how to talk to people is very important in the truth. Like for example, if I'm trying to teach somebody the truth, I'm not gonna just beat them up. I'm gonna talk to them a certain way. I'm gonna relate to them. You understand? I'm not just going, yeah, nigga, you wrong for this, you wrong for this, you wrong for this. I'm like, man, I used to do that too. I used to get high too. I used to commit adultery. I used to sell drugs. I used to gangbang. I used to do those things too. You understand? It's the power. It's power in words. Like I worked customer service and I was the best at the job because of the truth. Because the truth taught me how to talk to people.
Right.
Now I'm quiet as hell. So like you, I can't help it. I'm a Gadite. I'm a very observant. I'm quiet. That's just me. But when I do get to talking, I know how to talk to people. I'm not gonna, you know. And if I do, I'll apologize if I offend somebody. That's right. And I'll better myself. I'll say I can't talk to somebody like that because I see how it affected them. You understand? So be mindful of how you talk to one another amongst the brothers, young men, troopers, this, whatever. Knowing how to talk to somebody. Because listen, Jerome Hyman talked to me. He don't talk to me like, he talked to me like a brother. I know he's 12 shield Jerome Hyman, but he doesn't talk to me like in a demeaning fashion. He talks to me like a brother. And I analyzed that. I was like, man, that's heavy, man. Like, you know, it's real heavy.
Right.
But go ahead, Doc.
So like, so you're gonna continue with Colossians?
Yeah. Oh no, that's it on that. Get Proverbs 18:21. Proverbs 18:21. Right? There's a lot of power in what you say. There's power in what you don't say too.
That's right.
You understand? Get Proverbs 18:21.
Come on. The book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 21. Death and life.
Death and life
are in the power.
Are in the what?
Are in the power.
Read on.
Of the tongue.
Are in the power of the tongue. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. You see? What do you pray with? Words. You see? You pray with words. You speak things into existence.
That's right.
You understand?
Right.
If you walking around with the attitude and all you talk about is how miserable you are, you're going to be miserable.
Right.
You understand? Maybe you should speak positive.
That's right.
Because death and life is in the power of the tongue. Rappers always talk about, nigga, I want to die, I want to die, I want to die, and then they die. I hate my Tupac. Biggie, ready to die, born to die. When I die, F it, I want to go to hell. Because I'm this and it ain't hard to tell. Like he means that. That's why he's rapping that.
Right.
Like we was talking about yesterday, he did not love himself.
Right.
Go ahead.
So like I said, I was gonna say King Von also.
I didn't really listen to King Von like that, but I could imagine.
Yeah. Right.
That type of rap that drill, that gang banging and all that.
Right.
It's nigga, when I see I ain't afraid to die and this and that. Okay. Do you understand?
Right.
But death and life is in the power of the tongue. You can build a relationship or destroy a relationship based on what you say, based on how you talk, based on what you don't say. You understand? Just let me know if I'm losing. Slide you.
Sir.
How you talk to each other is important.
That's right.
Come on.
How you don't talk to each other is important too. I'm not going to tell you, hey, tuck in your effing boots. Tuck in your effing boots. You no good whoop-de-whoop. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not brotherly.
Right.
Damn, Mike. You got your boots tucked in. What's going on? Oh, slide you, sir. You may not even notice. No sweat, just be on top of that.
Right.
You understand? Always have them boots tucked, soldier. Right? Go ahead and read that again.
Come. The book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
Right?
And they that love it, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Right. And listen, another thing is, I mentioned that miscommunication, which miscommunication means to not communicate clearly, right? Is why marriages fail, why friendships fail, right? You might not, I'll give you an example. We all have mothers, we all have aunties and cousins, and they all had that one special friend who wasn't in the family, but she was auntie whoop-de-whoop because of the friendship that they had with your mother or your auntie or what have you, right? That was family. And then they fall out. They fall out. Why do they fall out, like? Why do they fall out? 9 times out of 10, because of miscommunication. There was gossiping. One of them is in the wrong, gossiping about what they think is going on and this, that, and the third. And they get back to your friend, and you know she doesn't understand why you saying those things, and she just holds that grudge. She don't want to talk to you because it's a big mess.
Right.
It's even hard to explain because it's such a mess. But if they would have, listen, I feel like whenever I come over and someone else comes over, I feel like you be fronting in front of them. You get my point? And that's another thing. You have to go between thee and the other person alone and let them know. Communicate with them. Don't leave them high and dry.
Right.
Communicate with them. Hey, I feel like this. And you know what Christ said, if they hear you, they hear you. Smooth. This relationship should be stronger than ever. If not, there, you know the protocols for that, and then there will be a council, and then it'll be hashed out there. You understand?
Come.
But if I have a problem with a brother, I'm gonna tell the brother. I'm not gonna tell other brothers a problem I have with about another brother. You understand?
Right.
I'm not gonna talk. Another thing is gossiping, rumors. I'm not gonna talk to another brother about Justin. I'm like, yeah, he probably this, or you know, he probably that, and you know, just talking about you. And then I start a rumor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to offend you, but you get where I'm going, right?
Right.
I could say anything and have. Now we thinking that, and then he goes tell somebody what I told him because they think what I'm saying is the truth. Then he tells somebody, and everybody look at you like the brother who, you know, don't wear deodorant. I don't know. You get my point? Justin wears deodorant. I'm just using this example. You wear deodorant, right? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But you get my point.
Come on.
We don't do gossip in here. We don't talk about each other behind each other's back. That's not Christ-like. That's not like what Christ taught us to do.
That's right.
You understand? Christ didn't teach us to talk about others behind their back. You understand? You have a problem with someone, you go to that person. You don't let it hang dry. Because you let that build up in you, and pressure bursts pipes, man.
Right.
And then you gonna snap, and then it's gonna be, now you in the wrong. You understand? So you gotta communicate. You have to communicate. You have to talk. You have to talk it out. It's power in words. It's power in the ability to communicate with your brother or sister, and what not to say and how to talk to people. That's very important. You understand?
Right.
Get Proverbs 6 and 16. I'm going to show you what the Lord hates. Now with the mouth, you can communicate, you can miscommunicate, right? You don't ever want to miscommunicate, but you can also tell the truth, and you can also lie. You see that? So with the mouth, you can tell the truth. With the mouth, you can lie. We know what the Lord prefers you do. The Lord prefers you to tell the truth. Right? If you're in the truth, you should tell the truth.
That's right.
Now, read Proverbs 6 and 16.
Come on.
And all this I'm saying is going to tie in with the history of Susanna. Read that.
Come on. The book of Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate.
These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Keep reading.
Yea. Salakia. Yea. 7 are an abomination.
7 are an abomination. Read on.
Unto him.
Read on.
A proud look.
A proud look. The Lord hates a proud look. The Lord hates a proud look. You're just prideful. A prideful person. What's a prideful person? Give me a prideful. You've dealt with prideful people. A lot of them being Edomites.
Right.
But you deal with prideful people all the time. Every time you tell them celebrating Christmas is against God, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's pride.
Right.
That's pride. They have pride in that, in their lives. The Lord hates a prideful look. Right?
Right.
Keep reading.
Come on. A lying tongue.
The Lord hates a lying what?
A lying tongue.
What do you lie with? Your mouth. Showing you the power of words. You see?
Come on.
You lie. You lie and you lie. And you know what they say about one lie? If you lie, you got to lie to keep that first lie going. And then to keep that second lie going, you got to create a third lie. Lies build up.
Right.
You understand? The truth is just balanced. But the lies, man, you lying about this, lying about that, you're going to make your life a lot harder. Mm-hmm. Honestly. You are. You shouldn't lie.
That's right.
There's power in not lying. Right? But I'll hit you with this. Say you lie to somebody. Don't you know that you can hurt somebody? Mm-hmm. You can offend somebody by lying to them. Like, damn, why would you lie to me? Why would you lie to me? Mm-hmm. Like, am I a person? Am I giving off the impression that I'm someone it's okay to lie to? You get where I'm going?
Come on.
It's never okay to lie to somebody. Never. You should tell the truth.
Right.
You should tell the truth. Look, I ain't gonna lie. That turkey sandwich that was in the refrigerator, that was me. That was me. It's like, yeah, I'll replace it. Yeah, man, you know it would have been no problem if you would have just asked me. You get what I'm saying? But you had me wondering the last 2 days. When I asked you, you told me it wasn't you. Why'd you lie to me, huh? You get my point? I'll forgive you. You know what I'm saying? Just don't lie no more. You ain't gotta lie to me.
Right.
Right? Keep reading on that.
Come on. and hands that shed innocent blood.
And the Lord hates hands that shed innocent blood. Hands that shed innocent blood. We'll give you plenty of examples of that.
Right.
Brothers killing brothers, abortion, stray bullets. You get my point? A child sitting down playing with his, what's it called? His, what's them toys called? His, the trucks, man. What's the
Tonka?
Tonka toys. Something he's playing with his choo-choo train, his Hot Wheels. And you got a hatred towards somebody, and you hit that baby with that stray bullet. You shed innocent blood, man.
Right.
Keep reading that.
Come on.
The Lord hates that. I hate thinking about that.
That's right.
That child was just minding its own business.
Right.
Right? And you wanted to kill that brother when y'all could have talked it out. You could have been. People think this is the grown man thing to just murder somebody. You're a coward.
Right.
It's more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's more honorable to talk things out. It is. To hash it out. Listen, man. I was told this. That you said this about me. Is that true? No, it's not. How do I know that's not true? Well, because of this and this and this. And then if you factor in this, oh, damn, I didn't know that. Oh, okay, well. And that little child now can play with his Hot Wheels in peace. Because we're not focused on killing somebody.
Right.
You see where I'm going with this?
Come on.
It all stems back to, listen, how was Eve deceived, Doc? Did the serpent, which was a man, just come up and look at her? What did he do? He talked to her.
Right.
The words he was telling her. There's power in words.
Right.
The words that he was telling Eve is the reason why we're in America right now. She went back to Adam. She told Adam with her words and got him to go off too. You see?
Right.
What do I know? I'm just talking. I'm just talking up here. I'm telling you what the Bible says. There's power in words. Go ahead and keep reading.
Come on. Verse 18. And heart that deviseth
mischief. A heart that deviseth mischief. What is a mind that deviseth mischief? What is that? Go ahead.
Is that somebody that always thinks evil thoughts?
Yeah. That's somebody that always they sit and think how they can ruin someone else's life.
Right.
How they can cause mischief. Do you understand? And that what they think comes out of their mouth and translates into what they say. Every time. Keep reading.
Okay. Feet that be swift in running to mischief. 19. A false witness that speaketh lies.
A what?
A false witness that speaketh lies.
I need you to keep everything we're saying in mind when we start to read the history of Susanna. That's what this is about. Everything I'm reading, everything I'm talking about, you're going to see it in the history of Susanna. You're going to see the power of words, the power of communication, the power of miscommunication, the power of lies,
right,
and also the power of the truth. You see? Keep reading.
Come on. And he that soweth discord among brethren.
He that soweth, the Lord hates he that soweth discord amongst brethren. What's an example of someone that sows discord amongst brethren? There's plenty of examples.
Right.
That's like if I went to a brother on some straight lie, like, hey, Justice said that, next time he can't. If you call lacking, man, he gonna slide you. I'm just letting you know. Justin has no idea that I'm telling you this.
Goddamn.
You get my point?
Yes, sir.
And so now how you gonna look at Justin?
Oh, man.
You gonna look at Justin like, nigga, I wish you would. Justin don't know what's going on. Justin like, hey, Swap, Slam. But now Swap like, you get my point? I didn't start something based on what I told you.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You just started something for no reason.
Man.
Right? But that's wrong.
Yeah,
That's you sowing discord amongst brothers.
Right.
Hey man, I feel like that brother, man, I don't think he like you. No, why? I don't know. I just don't think that he do. Or whatever the case may be. I'm talking about not only just with brothers, but with people at the store, the park. Mm-hmm. Knowing how to talk to people is very important. At the job site, you get my point? You ain't gotta be in there on some your Edomite supervisor, you ain't gotta call him a devil. Hey devil.
Yeah.
That's not wise. You gonna get fired. You understand? You ain't got what are you proving to anybody by doing that? But on how undisciplined you are. Like, yeah, he's a devil. And he's gonna be a devil regardless. You gonna stop him, he gonna stop you from feeding your family?
Right.
You see? But go ahead, keep reading.
Oh, God. Verse 19. A false witness that speaketh lies.
A false witness that speaketh lies. You know, you shouldn't lie on anybody. You shouldn't be a false witness. If you weren't a witness, don't try to include yourself.
That's right.
And lie. Well, I did, don't lie. Don't be a false witness. Don't lie on another brother. You shouldn't get the impression of somebody based on somebody else. You get my point? Like, for example, say like in high school, you like the girl, right? And your friend like, oh man, nah, don't mess with her, man. You know, I heard this and I heard that and I heard this. And you like, damn, for real? All right, I ain't gonna talk to her. Right. Whole time, he just want to get at her. Right. He just want to get at her, and he gonna go talk to her. He just wanted to make sure you did it. You get my point? You gotta stay away from lying on people. You gotta watch that, and you gotta know when somebody's lying too. You gotta develop a certain type of discernment to know when somebody is lying to you. And you also have to build a type of discernment when somebody is being truthful to you and genuine. You understand? Okay. You gotta learn, but that's something you have to learn yourself. I can't teach you how to, know when someone's being genuine to you. Right. You gotta experience. I can tell you how, but you have to experience it yourself. You've had somebody lie to you. Right. And you like, I noticed they're lying to me. Why are you lying? Or when somebody's like, yeah, man, they telling you something, you like, and you sense the sincerity in their voice. Like, wow, man, I appreciate that. Ain't no motive behind what they saying. You gotta watch that too. You see? How do you think Christ was able to spot Judas? His discernment was up. Our discernment has to be up.
Right.
Keep reading. You got verse 19?
I was halfway through it, and we already read it though, sir.
Go ahead.
I was just doing a recap. And he that soweth discord among brethren.
Is that it on that?
Come.
Get Exodus 23 and 1.
Come.
Hey, Slacker, so ain't no more water bottles?
I think there is.
If you don't mind, can you give me one, please? I appreciate it. Go ahead, Exodus 23 and 1.
Come. The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not raise a false report.
Thou shalt not raise a false report. And how do you raise a false report? Everything that we're reading is going to apply to the history of Susanna.
All right.
It is. It really is. I appreciate that. It really is. And the history of Susanna is such a powerful account, Such a powerful record. Read that from the top.
Come on. The book of Exodus chapter 23 verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report.
Wait, you hear that? That's plain. Read it again.
Verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report.
Keep reading.
Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness.
Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. We're going to come back to that scripture.
Right.
Because people are going to lie. People are going to gossip. People are going to make rumors. Now listen. In here, it won't last. That's not, that spirit don't live in here. You see? It'll be found out.
Right.
It'll be found out that you starting rumors about somebody. That you lying on somebody.
Right.
You understand? That'll be found out. And you will be in counsel. And the Lord be with you. Straight up. That's real. Don't be here lying. And starting stuff. Being a false witness. Just because you don't like somebody or, you know. If you find yourself not liking somebody for no reason, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Honestly, like you just don't like somebody. How the hell that happen? I know how it happened. Because you don't love yourself.
Right.
You hate yourself. You don't like yourself. You don't like yourself. That's why you don't like me. I'm talking about like man to man. Like you don't like me because what? What did I do? What did I do? You understand? Like at school, right? I'll give you a little a personal occurrence in my life. In high school, I was quiet. I'm quiet now. I'm not saying anything that y'all don't know. I'm a reserved brother, right? But I remember I'm walking down the hall, right? Oh, well, okay, damn, I gotta go there. I had me a little Puerto Rican honey, right? It's like it. I had me a woman, right? And I hung out with the Judites. Like everybody thought I was Judah. Everybody thought I was black. Cool. But there was no natives in my school, like, so I was black. But you had the black versus Mexican tension in school. And if she watching right now, she know I'm telling the truth. But I used to get death notes, death threats. You would want our women. It was a note they left in my locker. You were in my PE locker. You go, and the handwriting was horrible. But you go, you were one of our women. We gonna jump you after school. Watch your back. All that. I'm like, for what? I ain't never had no problem with nobody. You understand? I ain't never had no problem with nobody. I ain't never gotten nobody. I ain't never said nothing about nobody, lied on nobody, bumped into nobody. You understand? But you just don't like the brother for no reason. Really, the reason was you had the woman that he wanted, but it's like you shouldn't be wanting the woman I got. That's gay.
Right.
What you want the woman I got for? That's another problem. See, all these things that we talk about in class, if we apply how to talk to one another, if we apply not to lie on each other and not to spread rumors about each other, can you imagine how many of us will still be alive?
Right.
For real. How many of us would still be alive? They show it in the movies, but I'm from Los Angeles. You know how many times they assumed that it was 18th Street, but really it was a whole nother hood that killed their homie? For real.
Right.
Look, I got cousins and uncles from that's in that stuff. Trust me. They tell me. Yeah, there's been some times when we done made impulsive decisions. And, you know, that's just what it is. Mm-hmm. And then you start a whole nother war based on miscommunication, assumptions, rumors. You see?
Oh.
Right? But back to my story, they just didn't like me. So what they start to do, they start trying to get in her ear, saying things about me. And she like, hey, is this true? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Hell nah. Girl, I'm 15. Where I get that from? Well, I went to a car. I'm not gonna get too deep, but I would never rob a liquor store. What the hell I look like? I'm a 15-year-old skateboarder. Real talk though. Like, come on, man. They just trying to stir the pot, man. They just trying to break us up. That's Satan. You understand?
Oh, God.
I told her, hey, look. If you want to be with me, you're gonna be with me regardless of what anybody says. You gonna learn. You know me, and if you don't know me, you're gonna get to know me, and you decide if we too wild to be together before we, do the thing. You understand? This is high school, so back then there wasn't like sex is marriage and this and that. So but you get my point. Knowing how to talk to people. Also, don't be on Facebook making, or social media. Social media is a dangerous thing. You don't want to offend in that either. You understand?
Right.
But where you at right now?
I'm on verse 2, sir.
Of what?
Exodus 23.
Okay, go to Proverbs 17:17.
Oh, God.
Go rob my shot. How much you want to bet? I'm just playing.
It gotta be. Who else gonna be?
I'm just joking.
So like it's 17:17?
Yeah, kind of.
Come. The book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 17. A friend loveth at all times.
Look, when you know how to talk to people, when you know how to communicate with people, you build friendships. You build relationships. When I'm not talking about relationships, just husband, wife. I'm talking about with people. You build bridges instead of burn bridges. When you know how to communicate, when you know how to talk to people, when you know what not to say and what to say. You understand?
Right.
It's tact in that. Hey, look, the Most High is a man of war, right? The Most High is a man of war.
Oh,
Exodus 15:3. What is involved in war?
Killing.
Yeah? Strategy.
Oh, God.
Strategy. Being strategic. It was Ramai. I was wrong. I was fine. We'll go on that. I was like, I was going to guess it was another brother, but yeah, it's all good though. It's good to see you. But you get my point?
Okay.
You gotta know how, it's a way to talk to people. You get my point? Everything, like even when you get into it with your rib, or you disciplining your child, there's a way to talk to them. Like I have children. I had to learn as I grew, as a father or as a husband, yelling don't always get the point across.
Right.
It's what you say. It ain't how loud you say it. You understand?
Right.
It's about, listen, you was wrong because of this. Now, let me know if I'm tripping. That you don't think you was wrong about that? Well, yeah, that's it. That's it. Don't do that.
Right.
That's wrong. You see? It's all how you talk to somebody though.
Right.
Tempos. You ever talk to somebody? Like for example, let me give you a good example. Ask me a question. Ask me if I'm hungry. Say, it's like, are you hungry?
Are you hungry?
Nah, I'm good. Now ask me again.
Are you hungry?
Nah, I'm good. You see the difference?
Come.
Tempos. It's a way to talk, guy. There's a power in how you communicate. Ask me another question. Ask me, I don't know, where I got my shoes from.
So where did you get your shoes from?
Oh, I got them from Foot Locker. Got them from Foot Locker. They had a little deal on them, right? Ask me again.
So where did you get your shoes from?
Foot Locker, man. You see the difference? It was rude as hell, huh? Foot Locker. Damn, stop asking me. That's the emotion I gave off. Just based on saying Foot Locker. I said Foot Locker, but really I said, niggas, why are you worried about it? You get my point? Versus, oh, I got these from Foot Locker. Versus Foot Locker. You get my point?
Come.
Go ahead, Swap.
Can I ask you?
They're really about to test me. Go ahead, Ike.
Ask her, where you think them boots up at?
Like it. I'm so glad I didn't drink that right now. Say that again.
So where you think them boots up at?
Damn, where did I dig these boots up at? I got these from the Army surplus store.
Oh man, that's what's up.
Right? Now ask me again.
Sir, where you think them boots up at?
You talking to me? You see? That was rude, right? I know you talking to me. Right. But you feel me? I could offend him by doing that.
Yeah.
And you don't want to offend one of Christ's little ones. You offend somebody, look, man, it'd be better that you, hey, Christ said, man, be better that a millstone was tied about your neck.
That's right, man.
You gotta know how to talk to people. Go ahead, Ramon.
The little ones is speaking of like brothers that's in the truth or just like, it's people, period.
It's people, that's how you want to look at it. People in general. Really, it's us. People better watch how they talk to us. People better mind how they talk to us and what they tell us.
Right.
As priests.
That's right.
I had oil poured on my head.
That's right.
You have oil poured on your head. Or you will have oil poured on your head. People better act like they know who they talking to. You get my point? This ain't no joke.
That's right.
But, how are you people not in the truth. They watch you, all right? I'm just letting you know that right now. They watch you. And the Bible says in I believe it's Colossians, walk in wisdom toward them that are without. Not everybody's gonna come into the truth by coming across a recommended video on YouTube or stumbling across the ISUPK on YouTube or walking down Hollywood Boulevard and see us teaching at camp. Not everybody's gonna come to the truth like that. A lot of times, or a flyer, handing somebody a flyer. Some people gonna come to the truth because they watch you. And they see how you talk to people, how you deal with people, how you conduct yourself. You feel me? And they be like, hey, what you with? Like who? What are you involved in? I saw you trying to go talk to that sister, but once she said she had a man, you respectfully removed yourself from that situation. What you involved with? I see you got the Star of David? Oh no, this the Shield of David, brother. And basically I'm with the ISUPK and whoop-de-whoop, you give them the spill. Now what if they rewind? Rewind. Hey man, I saw you talking to that sister, and this is let me give you the settings. Like I'm gonna rewind. Your side did how I responded the first time, right? The second time will be this. The brother talks to his sister, she got a man, he walks away. Brother watching, he comes up to you and says, hey, excuse me, hey brother, I noticed, you got boots on and I saw, people trying to talk to that sister over there, and once she said she had a man, you kind of, I never seen anybody respectfully remove themselves from a woman, whether or not she had a man or not. Like, what you got going on? I see that Star of David. This ain't no Star of David. It's the Shield of David. Now you can, that I hear it though. That could be, I know you wouldn't want to talk to nobody like that. But you want to look. This ain't a star. Right? And look, you should come to class, and I'll teach you how this isn't a star. I'll teach you how this represents Jesus Christ sitting on the throne of his father David. I'll tell you that this is not a star. You get my point? Versus, nigga, did you just call this a star?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna be like, whoa. The whole object is to fish people in.
Right.
That's right.
You get my point? That's our job. And fishing people in has a lot to do. I mean, actually, everything has to do with how you talk to people. When you hand someone a flyer, I'm not just going to hand somebody a flyer and walk off. You get my point? Different scenarios, I understand. But I'm asking, hey, check us out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I see you interested. What do you think about what the brother is saying so far? Say you're at camp. Think about what the brother is saying so far. You at the information table. You got permission to speak. What you think about this? What the brother saying? Well, I think that. Oh, I hear you. Okay. Well, definitely check us out. You got the school address on there. Come check us out. You know what I mean? That's fishing.
Right.
Knowing how to talk to people. How you conduct yourself when people, everybody's watching you. Everybody's watching you. And remember, you don't represent yourself. You represent the school.
Man, that's right.
You represent the school. And the school is of the Lord. So, I mean, hey, represent.
Right.
But for real, you want to be as professional. Like when you go attempt to get a job, right? And you sitting at the interview, and they ask you, so Michael, tell me a little bit about yourself, right? And you just, I grew up in this, and I did that, and I'm really, really good with working with people, and right, I'm like, okay, right? Or you can be low dog. Remember, or you can like, you know what I'm saying? Like, put your feet on the table, right? And be just not professional. And start saying things that is not gonna land you the job. You can breathe hard. Ask me that. Man, look, man, I don't know. I can't really, you're gonna have to find out for yourself. You get what I'm saying? Why should we hire you? Well, I have good qualities, and I feel like, I have the experience to work in that field, and I believe in not letting co-workers or their lack come off on me. Like, I'm gonna work hard. Okay, sick, right? Versus, why should we hire you? Because y'all hiring? Because y'all need help wanted. Y'all want some help or not? You're not gonna get the job. You get my point? But it's all how you talk to people. What word, how you talk, how you communicate.
Right.
Go ahead. I
say, like you said, it's all tones. I remember
tones,
when I was
yeah.
16, I was getting my first legal job with with fast food. And I was going to all kind of interviews all day, man. Sometimes fresh was hard to sell. I'm in a 3-piece suit, I'm catching the bus, I'm sweaty, I'm tired, it's the end of my day.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped at Taco Bell, this little white town called Clovis, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's where the Klan was started out there, a street called Pulaski, real famous for racism.
Right.
This dude gonna ask me, he like, man, why should I hire you instead of all the other applicants that came in here before you and went through the interview process and all this? I said, what's the tone I use? Like, I was serious as hell. I was like, cause I ain't gonna be at your house waiting to rob you after you get home. You know what I'm saying? But I said I started laughing, so he thought it was a joke. But I was like on my last, I was tired, I was serious as hell. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we come all the way up here. Last part of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Not real.
But yeah, but it was just, you know what I'm saying? And God's name was Lucas, man. Lucas ended up becoming good friends. It's choir brother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
But yeah, I was like seriously, but I just kind of laughed it off because I had to call police on me. Man, but it just came out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not to say that I went in there, but yeah. But I was thinking about the tone. I remember when I said even months after he hired me, he was telling that to everybody. Like, man, remember? He's like, man, now that I know you, he's like, man, you're probably serious.
Yeah.
And I was in there laughing, like, yeah.
Yeah. Right. And another thing is too, like with brothers in the school, you just automatically assume by default that a brother is telling you the truth because he's in the truth. He hasn't shown you any other reason why he wouldn't be telling. Like, he's never not told you the truth. Yeah, this brother telling me the truth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, brother, you see my wallet? Nah, I haven't. I don't sit there and think, oh, this is lying.
Yeah.
You get my point? You be like, he don't know. Let me ask somebody else. Because if you do that, you're going to allow Satan to creep in your mind.
Yeah.
And then you're going to start to look at him, and then you're going to go tell somebody else, yeah, I don't know, man. I think Ramon. For real though, I think Ramon got my wallet, Justin. He ain't saying nothing. Oh yeah? And then Justin, he goes and tells somebody that's looking for my wallet, I think Ramon got it. Based on me telling. You feel me? Real talk. But I'm miscommunicating. I'm gossiping. Now I'm spreading rumors. Now I'm bearing false witness.
Right.
Which is wrong.
Yeah.
That brother told me he didn't have it. He ain't got it. I assume a brother telling me the truth by default. You understand? I assume a sister is telling me the truth by default because they're in the ISUPK. That's real talk. Now, if the brother does have my wallet, if I'm walking out and it fall out his pants, I'm be like, hey, brother, that's my wallet, ain't it? I'm just joking. Brother Boogie. Right, that don't happen, but you gotta be ready for things like you go ask, hey, like remember I needed you to help me. Okay, say I asked you, like, hey brother, tomorrow can you help me with these camp signs? Can you help me with these camp signs tomorrow? And you're like, yeah, I got you, sir. I got you. So, meet me at 7 a.m. If you ever built camp signs, like, start early. Trust me.
Yeah,
you know, right? So you get them camp signs. You gonna meet me at 7. All right, no sweat. Count on kind. All right, Most High Christ. 7 a.m. come the next day. You not there. I call you. You don't answer. 9 o'clock come. You hit me back. Hey, what's going on? Hey, Salakia, sir. Hey, no, it's all good. What's going on? I was expecting you at 7. Oh, I couldn't make it. I was at the dentist. You was at the dentist? I was at the dentist. All right, Most High in Christ. I just assumed. Now, mine just Saturday.
Weird.
So, well, I don't know how every area is different. But my point is, I assume that brother ain't. Now if the brother lying, like I wasn't at the dentist, I was getting some box. Salakia.
Yeah.
I was rather you to tell Salakia, sir, I'm unclean. Don't lie to me. You get my point? Mm-hmm. Don't lie to me. Damn, it's cool. Like, you could have told me, of course I'm gonna be like, damn, brother, this was more important. You could have did that after, but hey, I'm not gonna force anybody to do anything. You get my point? You told me. You get where I'm going? With your words, that you would be there. Yeah, you let me explain something to you. When we made treaties with our oppressor, Edomites, the white man, we didn't use contracts. When I say we, I'm talking about natives. I'm Blackfoot, Native American, slightly. I'm a Gadite. When we conversed, when we made agreements, it was our word was enough. You get my point? So up, Gadite. Our word was enough. Justin Rubin. Justin's a Reubenite. He don't know it yet, but I'm just joking. But our word was enough. You're not gonna. Oh, we agree on that? Okay, we agree. The white man he had this behind his back. He had his fingers crossed. Right? We don't lie to each other in here.
That's right.
We tell each other what we mean. Christ said, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay.
Right.
That don't mean that just say yes or say no. It's be direct. Be clear on what you say and what you mean. Because if you leave anything in the middle of that, it's going to be like, you're going to leave somebody confused. And you don't want to leave anybody confused.
Right.
You understand? Because you don't want nobody leaving you confused. You get my point?
That's right.
But it's okay though. Because if you are confused, you could be like, hey, I'm confused. And you talk it out and be like, oh, confusion gone.
That's right.
And it's such a beautiful thing to restore peace. And so many people who have miscommunicated and beautiful friendships for 15 years, 1 year, good friendships fail because of miscommunication. Assumptions. Am I lying? I know this ain't a breakdown on John 3:16 or a breakdown on Revelation 12, but how to communicate with somebody, the power in what you say, lying, telling the truth, that's important in your everyday walk. You're going to use this every day. I'm using it now. I'm watching what I teach. You get my point? If anything I say is off, best believe Captain Goodall is going to call me and tell me, look, you shouldn't have said it like this. You should have said it like this. Kind of want kind of like it, sir. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Go ahead, Ramon. I got you.
No, so I was gonna say they say the tongue is the most powerful thing.
And we read that. Get that brother a hand. Right? We read it, that was the weekend, but you know. I'm just joking.
We're dropping everything.
But nah, that's an excellent point, Ramon. Excellent point. That's Proverbs 18:21. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. You can build or destroy with your mouth. With your mouth. I brought up Eve. The serpent didn't stare at her and deceive her. He used his words. His words. I said that with a T. His words to deceive her.
Right.
You get my point?
Oh, God.
He enticed her. Get Proverbs 17 again, please. Go ahead, Swat.
That's the one I just want to agree to on. That's one thing that's plagued our community as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. When we had that miscommunication problem, we don't know how to communicate.
Yeah.
And I say like all blacks, Hispanics, and natives really do need to pull their coat into this school, because in school it teaches you how to be accountable for everything you say. You bring something up, you say something, you have art with your brother, man, you're gonna be questioned. You know what I'm saying? You wanna go to camp, you're gonna be questioned thoroughly. There's gonna be a thorough investigation, and you can't just come up in here with no BS. You're
Right, and you're not gonna lie. Listen. Y'all tell me, have I ever lied to you? I've never lied. No, seriously. Ramon, I've known you for a minute. I know Swat for a minute. I know Justin the time I've known him. Have I ever lied to you?
No.
So how do you think I feel if you lied to me?
Betrayed.
I will feel, I'll be hurt. Like, damn, why you lie to me? You didn't even have to lie to me. You couldn't make it, I couldn't make it. Don't lie, what, you know.
Right.
Really, I just couldn't make it. I don't need no reason. I couldn't make it. All right, no sweat. Don't make up a lie. You get my point?
Come on.
Go ahead, Ike.
Come. The book of Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17. A friend loveth at all times.
Right.
And a brother is born for adversity.
Born in adversity?
Born for adversity.
Born for adversity. Right? What does that mean? This is how you prove a friend. This is how you prove. I'm going to read this in the Apocrypha, right? Ecclesiasticus 6:4. Sweet language will multiply friends. Sweet language, how you talk. Where does language come from? Your mouth. You get where I'm going?
Come on.
Sweet language will multiply friends, and a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings. That's what the Bible says. You don't think this is important, do you? You don't think it's important to know how to talk to people? Based on how you talk to people, look, how you talk to people is either going to bring somebody in or offend somebody. We fishermen. We fish people. It's our job to fish. You get my point? That's very important.
Right.
Right? Ecclesiastes 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first. Right? And it's like, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. Yeah, you get when a brother come in, he comes in and does his time. You understand? But I do see the fact that he's here and not black, and that's commendable. But as time goes on, he builds his trust. You understand? He builds his trust. Like, that's a good brother right there. He's honest. He's not in here reckless with his mouth. He's respectful. Like, I'm gonna say it again. Christ said, love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's right.
I don't want anybody talking to me rude, lying to me. So I'm not gonna do that to anybody else. Anything I ever say is gonna be sincere. I mean it. Or I'm not gonna say it. Your moms told us that growing up.
Yes, sir.
Grandma, a lot of us were raised by grandmothers. She's taught us, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all, right? Mine used to say, if you don't mean it, don't say it. Right? If you don't mean it, don't say it. Because what happens when you start saying things you don't mean? You don't follow through with what you say. What you gonna look like?
A liar.
You gonna look like a liar. Most I don't like liars.
That's right.
You understand?
Right, sir.
But here's the thing though. If say someone lied to you, and then they come to you like, listen, I lied to you. You get my point? I wasn't, it wasn't too clear what I was trying to tell you. It's all right. Don't even worry about it. It's really fine. I appreciate your maturity in telling me whoop-de-whoop, etc. And we good. I ain't got no problems with you. I'm not gonna hold that against you. I'm not gonna hold a grudge against anybody because I want peace up here. And honestly, I want peace for you too.
Right.
And I appreciate the fact that you apologized. I appreciate the fact that you communicated with me and didn't leave any room for Satan to destroy our brotherhood, destroy our sisterhood, destroy our friendship,
Right.
destroy our relationship.
Right.
That's what Christ. That's why he said, "Go to your brother alone, and hash whatever it is out. Talk about it. Talk about it. Straight up. That's what it says, right? That's what the Bible says. So, get John 15 and 13. We're gonna go into the history of Susanna, and everything that we talked about is going to play its part. You're gonna see it in the history of Susanna. Is the air off?
Yes, sir.
So like you. Can you please turn it on?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. It's like 84 in here. So like you. Oh, it's probably these candles. It's like you. Right? And then forgiving is such a, listen, man. Don't hold that. Like I've grown enough in the truth to forgive people even if they don't ask for forgiveness. That's me. If it's a brother or a sister that has offended me, I forgive them before they even ask me. Or you know what I mean? And acknowledge their offense.
Right.
You get my point? They might not. Because I'm not about to sit there and just think about, they did this, and then just be bitter. I'm gonna show that bitterness. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna pray for that brother. I'm gonna pray for that sister. You get my point? Because you don't know what people go through. You know what people have been through in their life. You get my point? You gotta be more patient with some people than others. You can't deal with everybody like Ramak. And I'm not saying that you dealt with a certain way. I'm saying me and you can talk a certain way. I can play 03 Greedo. That won't offend you. Some brothers might not want to hear that. You get my point? You can't deal with everybody like, you know. I'm not gonna. We be bagging on each other. Say that's something that we did, man. Old big head, like, but oh look who it is, old knuckle sandwich head, right? But somebody come, man, I'm not gonna do that to somebody that just come in. They can be like, they can offend them, but once they come at me though, it's a wrap. I'm just like, I'm just joking, right? But you get my point. Honestly, I really want you to understand what I'm saying. You got to know how to talk to people. There's a time in the season, like how you say things. I brought that out earlier, right? I can say yes, I can say no, or I can say how would you say it? Remember, I had you ask me a question. What I have you ask me?
Was it the shoes?
Was it?
What type of shoes you got on?
Okay. Ask me if it's camp this week.
So like, sir, is it camp this week?
I don't even know, to tell you the truth. I don't even know. Ask me again.
So like, sir, is it camp this week?
I don't know. You see the difference?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's rude. Having manners is so important. You feel me? Like the water. You feel me? Salakia. Ayundabar. No problem. It's okay. Please. Baba Kwasha. It's okay to have manners. It really is. Versus you just you know, it's always rude. You ain't gotta be rude all the damn time, right? Towards your brother, because you want to talk to people how you expect to be talked to. You understand? Go ahead, Swap.
Yes, sir. I don't think you know how to be rude, sir. As I said, even your rude don't sound rude. They asked me if there's camp tomorrow, sir.
I asked you if there was camp tomorrow.
And I said, ask me if there's camp tomorrow, sir.
Oh, is there camp tomorrow?
Nigga, ask your mama, nigga.
Good night. That was rude. But yeah, that's we going to council. Ask my mama, who the hell you think you is? You understand? So, you know. Go ahead,
Oh, so that would be basically like being passively aggressive.
Okay, being passive aggressive. What is being passive aggressive?
Like showing an aggressive reaction, but not intending to do it. Oh, it's like if I said that wrong, like.
Nah, say what you think. That's all right.
Like showing somebody, you can see it in them that they irritated or, you know what I'm saying, about what they telling you.
Give me an example though of being passive aggressive. I'm trying to think of one.
Like
But you give me one.
With the same thing how the brother asked you, he says it camp tomorrow, you said yeah the first time. The second time he asked me again. He said camp tomorrow. Yeah, it's camp tomorrow. Or
okay, I wouldn't say that's passive
not
aggressive.
saying not passive. Okay, hold on.
Passive aggressive, okay. Go ahead, Swap.
That's aggressive is when you intended to offend somebody, but at the same time you're trying to show it off in a nice way, like you're not trying to.
Right. So give me an example though. Give me an example.
Like okay, like okay, it was a smart way he tried to answer that. You know what I'm saying? But we know he ain't too sharp, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
God damn.
like that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? and really trying to defend you on something. You know what I'm saying? When you really trying to get your real feel across, but this nigga trying to insult you in front of everybody, for the world to see. You know what I'm saying? And he know what he doing, but he trying to make it seem like it's cool, but you know that's gonna offend the brother. You know that's gonna hurt the brother. If you really care about that brother, you wouldn't have said nothing like that because you know what I'm saying, you love your brother like you love yourself. But you
no, kindly. That's excellent. I'm gonna say this. Say we chillin'. Say it's me, Sawab, Justin, Ramak, brothers, right? And we chillin' after class. And you break the vase. One brother breaks the vase. You get my point? I'm like, damn, the brother broke the vase. Everybody like, oh damn, the brother start cleaning it up, right? And then we got a group chat. And then I'm putting the group chat, we all friends on Facebook, and I go on Facebook and say, damn, niggas sure know how to break stuff. Or niggas is clumsy nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I'm indirectly attacking that brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? He'll be like, wait, I know he talking about me. What you mean niggas is clumsy nowadays? Okay. You talking about when I broke the vase? That's passive aggressive.
Yeah.
You don't want to be passive aggressive. Cause why don't you want to be? Cause you offend somebody.
The whole thing is that tears the brother down like you hurt you.
It does. You gotta care for people, right?
Yeah.
You gotta really care for people. That's my point. You gotta care about how people feel. How something would make somebody feel. For real.
You know,
would you want me to come at you like that? Any kind of way?
No, sir. Or that really hurt somebody when they feel like they made a mistake. You know that they embarrassed by it. You know they hurt by it.
Yeah.
You know, for that's unnecessary to even do that. Add that insult to injury. You know what I'm saying? Make that brother feel even lower.
Yeah, kind. But you know what though? In doing that, if that ever occurred, and the brother came to you and apologized, or the sister came to you and apologized, you forgive him. You really forgive him though. Like, and don't fake. Ain't no fake forgive.
That's right.
I'm talking about a real forgiving. What does it mean to forgive? You don't hold it against them. Forgive. Definition. I'm gonna read it real quick. Hold on 1 second. Forgive, right? Because Christ said, "The Most High won't forgive you unless you forgive."
That's right.
You understand?
Right.
You're gonna hold grudges against people. The Lord gonna hold grudges against you. This is what it says. Forgive out of the Merriam-Webster. To cease to feel resentment against an offender. Pardon. To give up resentment of or claim to requital. Right? So let's look up the word resentment. It says to cease resentment. That's what it said, right? So watch this. Resentment. Resentment. It says a feeling of indignant displeasure or persistent ill will at something regarded as wrong, insult, or injury. But you're going to cease that. You're going to pardon any indignant displeasure or persistent ill will at something regarded as wrong. Does that make sense? You're going to forgive them. And when I forgive you, I'm not going to bring it up too much from now to the next time we get into it.
Right.
I forgive you for stepping on my shoes, for I don't know what it is. I'm going to forgive you for whatever you did and never mention it unto you again. Just like I don't want the Most High to mention my sins that I begged for forgiveness for.
Right.
That's the attitude you gotta have.
Man.
Right.
I don't want the Most High to hold grudges against me.
Wow.
You get my point?
You'd be in trouble.
Or so why would I hold a grudge against you, Sawak? If you offended me and I forgave you, but I'm really holding a grudge inside, what makes you think the Lord ain't holding a grudge against you?
Man.
What makes you think that? Oh, you can't forgive your brother or your sister, but you want me to forgive you? Nah, you go work that out. For real. And that's a powerful thing. Go ahead, Swat.
With that show, with the offenses, and when your brother offends you, like it's even if they know him or they don't know, you still have to have that compassion enough to give that room for forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that maybe they didn't really know, and if they do know, maybe they battling to get something. And we all there. We all have to go on and do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like so, we all have to get that past, man. It don't matter what the hell the offense is.
Right. Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely. You forgive, man, because you don't know how that brother or sister feels. Look, it's just as hard to admit you're wrong, and it's almost even harder to forgive too. It's hard for, like, someone may think like it's hard to approach somebody and ask for forgiveness. Depending on the situation, it's hard to forgive too.
Right.
Like, you know what? That did really affect me, what you did. But because you're coming to me and, you know, maturely, and I sense the sincerity in your voice, man, it ain't no problem. It ain't no problem. Ain't no problem, man. You thirsty? No sweat, man. You trying to get whooped on Madden real quick? I'll lose it, Madden. I don't even know why I mentioned that. Anyways.
Right.
But you get my point though, right?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right? Dominoes. You wanna play some dominoes? Ain't no sweat. You know what I mean? Ain't no problem at all, man. I genuinely, I'm not about to sit at home, read the Bible. I'm reading the Bible, but in the back of my mind, I'm holding a grudge against somebody. How did that work? You ain't at peace. You ain't at peace. You're not at peace. You're not gonna lie to me and tell me you at peace. Go ahead.
So we fool men all day and on that road, but God is looking at you. You can't fool God, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing, that you please Him.
Oh yeah.
You can't fool.
You gotta love yourself.
Man.
You gotta remember. You gotta love yourself. Or what? Or you're going to hate yourself. This, hey, how you want people to talk to you, man? You gotta know how to talk to people. Things you want people to do to you, you gotta do unto others.
Right.
Christ said, "Do unto others as you would have them do to you."
Man.
The law hangs on that.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody sleeping with my rib. I'm not gonna think about sleeping with nobody's rib. Oh, you married? Shalom. It's like it. You get my point?
Okay.
I don't want nobody lying to you or me. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. I'm gonna be genuine to people. I expect people to be genuine back. But we live in a society where that's not always the case. It's just not. You understand?
Okay.
But the Bible says, you walk in wisdom toward them without. The Bible said, you be seasoned with your speech. How you talk to people, how you communicate. Get Hebrews 13:16, and then we're gonna go to the history of Susanna. I got you, Swat.
No, don't worry about it, sir. This,
Huh. Hebrews 13 and 16. Go ahead, read that real quick.
So did you still on John 15?
No, that's fine. Hebrews 13 and 16.
Okay.
The book of Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 16. But to do good and to communicate.
But to do good, what is good? Romans 7 and 12. Timothy's 1 and 8. The law is good. But to do good, read it again.
But to do good and to communicate.
Also, it's good to communicate. Keep reading.
Forget not, for with such sacrifices the Most High is well pleased.
The Most High is sacrificed, the Most High is satisfied with you communicating.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
You get my point?
Right.
He genuinely is. The definition of communicate out of Merriam-Webster's to convey knowledge of or information about, to make known, to reveal clearly.
Man.
You get my point? To transmit information, thought, or feeling so that it is satisfactorily received or understood.
Man.
I don't know who wrote that, but damn, that was it. Satisfactorily. I didn't even know that was a word. Satisfactorily. Good night. I gotta make sure that you satisfied with my response.
Man.
That you clear on what I just said.
Man.
Because if you're not clear on what I just said, you're gonna go home and you're gonna be like, damn, I'm not clear as to what he just said. I'm not. And then you're gonna think 1,000 things.
Man.
And you don't want that.
No, sure don't.
You hate overthinking, overanalyzing.
Yes.
You know, mom sent you to the store. Get some noodles.
Yeah.
You want me to get some noodles? Noodles. You want me to get noodles? Yeah, go get some noodles. Right? I go to the store, I get some noodles. I get the chicken noodles. I come back, I want beef noodles though. What? You said get some noodles. You should have said get some chicken noodles.
Right.
Get the chicken seasoned flavored noodles. Maybe this is just me, but how I talk to my children, I be like, listen, get okay, what's an example? Clip your nails off your hand. Maybe my daughter just being smart, that's why I'm like that. But I be like, clip your nails. Like, I did clip my nails. And I look at her hands, her nails ain't even clipped. They like clip like this much. I need you to groom yourself, like go lower. You know what I'm talking about. She just be testing me. It's the Lord. It's not like, yeah, I'm being too personal. But you get my point. I'll be like, listen, do this. And if I don't say it exactly how it need to be done, it ain't gonna get done exactly how I want it. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. But I want to get into the history of Susanna. Go to the history of Susanna, the first. There's only one chapter. Just go to the first verse.
Come.
Now, mind you, everything we talked about, and now we're gonna talk about the history of Susanna.
There's one chapter, sir.
Yeah, kind.
The history of Susanna, chapter 1. There dwelt a man in Babylon called Joacim.
I'm sorry, let me go there with you, my bad.
I want to mess up the name, so it's
That's alright. Alright. That is Joachim.
Joachim. Come.
So in Babylon, there was a man named Joachim. Read on.
Verse 2. And he took a wife whose name was Fair Woman.
Wait.
Salakia. Whose name was Susanna.
Right. Now, there's a brother who is an Israelite who had a wife by the name of Susanna. Keep reading.
The daughter of Chelseas.
Right.
A very fair woman and one that feared the Lord.
Right. This sister was a righteous woman. This is a righteous woman, Susanna. Read on.
Come.
A married woman. Read on.
Come. Her parents also were righteous.
Right.
And taught their daughter according to the law of Moses.
Right.
Man.
Keep reading.
Now Joachim, Salakia, was a great rich man, and had a fair garden joining unto his house.
Right.
And to him resorted the Jews, because he was more honorable than all others.
Right.
The same year were appointed two of the ancients of the people to be judges.
Right.
Such as the Lord spake of.
Right.
That wickedness came from Babylon, from ancient judges, who seemed to govern the people.
Right.
Verse 6. These kept much at Joachim's house.
Right. Now, so what we got so far? We got a sister by the name of Susanna, a married woman who was righteous. And she had a wealthy husband, and he had a big garden. He had a big garden, right? And then you also have 2 elders, right? 2 judges of the people respected by the Israelites as judges, high-ranking brothers, right? Read on.
Come on. And all that had any suits in law came unto them. Now when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk.
So this sister, when her husband was gone, what did it say? Right, the people departed away. So the sister, she would go in her husband's garden, a big garden, and she would walk. She would go on a walk. Read on.
Come. Verse 8. And the 2 elders saw her going in every day and walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her.
So you had those 2 judges who watched this married woman, and they lusted after her. Remember yesterday we was talking about a lot about the mind. Things start at the mind, right? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 9. And they perverted their own mind.
And they perverted their own what?
And they perverted their own mind.
Read on.
And turned away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven,
right?
Nor remember just judgments.
So what is being said right now? And then it's a few verses, so we're gonna go back and forth as far as readers. Go ahead.
That they were lusting over her to the point where they didn't even care about the laws of God.
Right?
Yeah.
That's true. But what did it say specifically? It said that their lust was inflamed toward her, and they perverted their own mind and turned away their eyes that they might not look unto heaven.
Wow.
So they supposed to be brothers that teach the scriptures, that teach the law of Moses.
Right.
But they said, man, to hell with the law of Moses and everything that we grew up believing and teaching.
Right.
I want to have sex with this man's wife.
Right.
But they kept it between them. Because had it been found out to the people, hey, you get my point?
Yeah.
They wouldn't have been respected. So now, verse 11, right? You got a pocket for remark? Read verse 11.
Susanna chapter 1 verse 11. For they were ashamed to declare their lust.
They were ashamed to declare their lust. Come up closer. Baba Kushad. Yeah, come up closer. Like in right here, because of the camera. Okay. You get my point. I don't know how far the mic reach back. The water, I appreciate it.
Susanna chapter 1 verse 11. For they were ashamed to declare their lust. That they desired to have do with her.
To do with her. Read on.
Verse 12. Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her. And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time.
Now that's it on that, right? Basically, these men constantly watching her. They was constantly watching her and lusting after her and imagining defiling someone's marriage. You get my point? So now jump to verse 15.
Verse 15. And it fell out as they watched a fit time. She went in as before with 2 maids only, and she was desirous to wash herself in the garden,
right?
For it was hot,
right? So she was about to bathe, right? Read on.
And there was nobody there to save the 2 elders. They had hid themselves and watched her.
Wow.
So these brothers, God damn, that's crazy. These brothers would hide in the bushes and watch this sister bathe. How you know they was wrong?
Wow, that's a lot. But it's like when you hide in the bushes,
Right.
and you too deep, and you can't. Well, one brother can encourage the other brother to do right. Like,
I wouldn't watch a single woman bathe, right?
That's
She ain't my
what-
woman. Like, you get my point? That's
Right.
weird.
Right.
You know, you got. I wouldn't watch a married woman bathe. I wouldn't watch a single woman bathe. Yeah, that's some creepy. That's creepy, all right? So like, yeah, it just is, right? But keep reading. It's a little bit more. The history of Susanna is so important because these brothers had a problem in their mind.
Yes, sir.
In their mind, to where it said that they were burned in their lust, so much so that they forgot the God of heaven. All right?
Man, it threw it away.
They're supposed to be judges of the children of Israel, but they lusted after Joachim's wife, Susanna.
Man.
Right, exactly. Because they hid, they knew if they got caught, it was going to be bad. That's exactly right. Keep reading.
Come, verse 17. Then she said to her maids, bring me oil and washing balls,
Right?
and shut the garden doors. And shut the garden doors that I may wash me.
Right. Keep reading.
And they did as she bade them.
And she did as she bade them. I'm going to pick it up a little bit. And shut the garden doors and went out themselves, right, at privy doors to fetch the things that she had commanded them. So this sister told her maid servants, hey, y'all go give me this type of soap and come back, right? And then it says, but they saw not the elders because they were hid. Now when the maids were gone forth, the two elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with thee. Therefore consent unto us, and lie with us. If thou wilt, so what they pressed her and said, look, ain't nobody around, have sex with us. These dudes was deviants. Have sex with us. Let's, they have sex with us. Right? They're not worried about her having a man, right? And then they said, they imagine how she feels right now.
Man.
Remember we were talking about how people have feelings,
Man.
how people think things when something happens.
Man.
People react. Imagine what she thinking at this way. Wait a minute, ain't you so and so? Wait, what the hell? She covering herself? Right? It says, this is what they said. If thou wilt not, meaning if you're not going to have sex with us, we will bear witness against thee, that a young man was with thee, and therefore thou didst send away thy maids from thee. So we're going to lie if you don't have sex with us. And we're going to say the reason why you sent your two sisters off is because you wanted to sneak in a man that's not your husband, and we're going to use that against you, and we're going to get you killed. So, what we doing? Goddamn. Go ahead, Ramon.
Sir, it's like, I'm just trying to get a little more detail in the story. So when they say elders, these are older men, right?
Yeah, these are brothers of
Sure, the truth.
Yeah, these are brothers who taught the scriptures. Brothers who were supposed to be looked at as men of men of renown, brothers who are, of good reputation amongst the people, as far as the people know. You get my point? Verse 22. It says, then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side, for if I do this thing, it is death unto me. And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands. So she's saying, damn, I'm damned if I do. I'm damned if I don't. But let's see what else she said. She said, it says, it is better to fall in your hands and not do it than to sin in the sight of the Lord. With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice, and the two elders cried out against her. Then ran the one and opened the garden door, right? One of the elders. So when the servants of the house heard the cry in the garden, they rushed in at a privy door to see what was done unto her. But when the elders had declared their matter, the servants were greatly ashamed. The elders told the lie. They started telling the lie to the people, but the people believed the lie.
Right.
The lie. How do you lie? With your mouth. They started telling people something. Remember, the Bible said not to bear false witness, not to raise a false report on somebody. That's like if somebody was talking about me that really don't even know me. Yeah, that person, he's like this and like that. And you believe it.
Right.
You get my point? Like, I'm not like that at all, okay, but whatever. Go ahead. Go ahead, Swat.
Oh, I'm saying it's crazy too, because these cats, you know, the man say close the door behind them, but these cats coming from the inside out, right?
Right.
So it's like, how don't you see that evidence of these niggas, you know what I'm saying, or these.
Well, this the thing, not to cut you off, but the thing is, they have so much respect amongst the people that they're gonna believe what they say.
Wow.
You get my point? So, I got you, Justin. But what it says is verse 28. Oh, I'll skip down a little bit. Basically, Susanna gets put on trial. And the people was ashamed because Susanna was a sister who came to class, cleaned up, cooked, sewed on patches for brothers, hooked brothers up with fringes. That was that type of sister. You understand my point? And everybody was so ashamed at the fact of what they was being told by the two elders that she was committing adultery on her honorable husband. You get my point? And so, when you go to verse 31, it says, now Susanna was a very delicate woman and beauteous to behold. This was a beautiful sister, right? And another thing, these brothers was lusting after her beauty. Okay, how do you pick a woman? How do you pick a woman? A beautiful woman with an ugly spirit, is she still beautiful?
No.
And you be like, what's ugly spirit? It'll make you do that. When you don't want to feel like going home, hey, it's like it. You know what I mean? Like, you should, there's nothing, okay, the scriptures say, the beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. That's exactly what it says, word for word. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. There's nothing wrong with eye candy. But what's more important to you in the truth, you have to think that that's fine, but where's your mind at? Where's your mind? Because I'm not about to marry you and have all kind of drama in my life. Just like I ain't gonna bring drama in your life. That's not the plan. The plan is to have peace.
That's right.
You feel me?
That's right.
The plan ain't to come to the truth and have all kind of drama. You get my point? Or you know, we gonna talk, and or you gonna, and like in the school you court and you get to know each other and you ask questions and you go through scenarios and you see if you're compatible to be with each other. Right? It ain't just because the brother or sister is attractive. You gotta feel that spirit on them. You gotta try the spirit by the spirit. These brothers just want to have sex with this woman.
Right.
First of all, she was married. She's off limits. I don't give a damn how nice she was and how kind she was and how beautiful she was. She's off limits.
Right.
You get my point? So, this sister was a very beautiful sister inside and out.
Man.
Inside and out.
Man.
Right? It says, verse 32, and these wicked men commanded to uncover her face, for she was covered, that they might be filled with her beauty. So while she's on trial, they like, take her face covering off, take her head wrap off. And they took her head wrap off, her hair came. She could have had long hair, she could have had short hair. It could have been long and curly, it could have been short and curly, it could have been long and wavy, short and wavy. Whatever it was Tawab. You get my point? That's what the Bible is saying. They so wicked that they just had to see it. You get my point? I got you, Suwat. Right? What time is it? Okay, I got a little time. It says, it says that, verse 33, therefore therefore her friends and all that saw her wept. Right? Then the two elders stood up in the midst of the people and laid their hands upon her head. And she, weeping, looked up toward heaven, for her heart. What we talked about yesterday? Your mind.
That's right.
Your mind. Get your mind right. Her mind trusted
In the Lord.
where am I at? It says that, and she weeping looked up toward heaven, for her heart trusted in the Lord. She didn't care about what anybody thought about her. You understand? She trusted in the Lord.
Yeah.
She trusted what she knew she felt was real. You see? And the elder said, as we walked in the garden alone, this woman came in with 2 maids and shut the garden doors and sent the maids away. Then a young man who was hid, who there was hid, came unto her and lay with her. So these brothers are saying that they saw a man come and they committed adultery, which is a bold-faced lie. You get my point?
Yeah.
And when you go down, as you read, they was about to kill this sister.
Man.
Off a lie.
Man.
Off a lie. You get my point? Off a straight lie. What was we talking about earlier? Someone please catch me up. What was we talking about earlier? How important your words are.
Right.
You see how important these brothers' words are
Man.
to the people? What they're communicating is gonna get somebody killed.
Man.
All because of what they're saying. They're hurting somebody based on what they're saying, even though it's not true, or especially because it's not true. You feel me? Don't. Go ahead, Ak. You had your hand raised? Go ahead, Ramon.
I was gonna say, so can you kind of compare the story with like having faith?
Absolutely. You absolutely can. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith in no matter what. Like, listen. People in the world, people, period. You might want something, and you know you want it, and if you allow people to get in your mind and your ear and tell you otherwise, well, you should trust the Lord. You should trust the Lord no matter what. You get my point? You trust in the Most High. I trust in the Most High and Christ. You understand? That's what you should do. Where does that begin, though? Where does that begin? Just
Oh, in your heart.
in your mind.
Okay.
I'm fully convinced already. I don't go day by day like, damn, am I our native? Because the majority of Native Americans will tell you they hate the Bible and they want nothing to do with God, and we're not nothing of no tribes of Israel. You know what I can do every day? I can doubt, damn, am I native or am I a Gadite? Are Native Americans really Gadites? I'm definite. I'm sure that I'm Gad. You get my point?
Right.
I'm sure that this is the truth. If you live your life doubting, I mean, you're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be miserable if you doubt. I'm not telling you nothing you don't know. Right? Doubting, I mean, like if you're in a relationship with somebody and every time you look at them, you're like, why am I with you? Why am I? Or whatever, right? That's not gonna be a good relationship.
Right.
Honestly. You're not happy. So how you gonna make her happy? You're not happy. You're not at peace with yourself. How you gonna bring peace? You get my point?
Right.
But back to Susanna, she didn't care about what anybody thought. She didn't care about, all her friends all the sisters is looking at her like an adulterer. But remember, she was faced with an ultimatum. Right? Sleep with us. She could have slept with them and kept it on the low, but she didn't want to dishonor herself or her husband. So she said, "I'd rather fall into the hands of the Lord than the hands of man."
Right.
You get my point?
Right.
So basically, I'm gonna summarize it. What happens is, they about to kill her, and she cried loud in front of the people to the Lord, and said that you reveal secrets. You know the truth, Lord, and they about to shed innocent blood. They about to stone me as if I was an actual adulterer, when you know that I will never dishonor my husband. And that's the kind of woman you want.
That's right.
A woman that would never dishonor you. A woman that would never allow another man to bend her over. Salaki, I don't mean to be, you know,
100, sir.
but I'm being real though.
Man, real talk.
You don't want a woman like that.
That's right.
You don't. That's why you take your time getting to know somebody.
Come.
You understand? You just take your time. Getting to know them though. Go ahead. Oh, it's like it. Basically, and then Daniel, you know the book of Daniel? Daniel, he came and he busted up the whole plan, and the truth came to light that those brothers were lusting after her and they lied against her. Then they were stoned. They were put to death. You understand? But in summary, right, for time's sake, you wouldn't be able to read all of it. In summary, words, there's power in words, there's power in communication, there's power in how you talk to people. You understand? There's a season for everything. Now, don't get me wrong. If a brother cuss you out and you deserving of it, he not in the wrong. What was you thinking? You get my point? You know goddamn well, kind sir. That's righteous.
Take that check.
Yeah, you're gonna get checked, right? That's fine. But if you ain't did nothing wrong, and I'm coming at you like sideways, now I'm in the wrong. And you know what sideways is? I'm talking to you like you're not a brother. I'm talking to you like a dog. We don't do that in here. We don't talk to one another like a dog. We love each other in here.
Oh, God.
Honestly, we love our brothers and sisters in here. Don't allow us. I'm gonna say this, and I pray you hear me. We don't hold grudges in here. We don't hate each other in here. We love each other in here. And I don't allow my mind to convince me of anything else. I'm solid on that.
Yeah, right.
That's how you got to be like that. Because once you put your guard down, Satan to come in and, hey, that brother don't like you. Look how he looking at you. Look at him. He don't mess with you. Satan to get in your ear. Don't allow that. Don't allow that. Don't allow it. Why? Because once you start thinking like that, you're going to start treating me like that. You're going to start treating me like a nigga that don't like you, so now what? You not going to like me? And I ain't never told you I don't like you.
Right.
I've never done anything. Real talk though, you feel me?
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
That's why that pulling brothers aside. That's why the communication is so key, because it leaves no room for error.
And the communication,
And that's what it is.
if you communicate, you give Satan no room to play. You get my point? You give him no workspace. Because we communicated. Nah, that's not what he meant. Because he told me what he meant by what he said. You understand?
Right.
But for sisters, she told me what she meant. So I'm not about to go talk trash to other sisters about another sister or another man. For real. It all boils down to loving thy neighbor as thyself. As thyself.
Oh,
how much do you love yourself? Because if you don't love yourself, you will hate yourself. So you should grow to love yourself. Am I saying being prideful or cocky or arrogant? No. I'm saying you're someone who respects God's commandments.
That's right.
So you expect to be, and here, I don't ever think Justin will lie to me. I don't think Sawap will lie to me. I don't think that you would steal from me. If I left my wallet right here, you ain't gonna steal from me.
Yes, sir.
That's why I left it right there. I ain't tripping.
Right.
Go ahead.
If people leave stuff here all the time, see still here when they come back, I put it out so they see who it is. I don't know whose it is. But I ain't finna touch their stuff, go through their stuff, but I'm setting up to where they see, hey, you left your stuff, you need to grab it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
No, real talk. That's brotherhood. That's sisterhood. And if I'm gonna say that if you make a mistake, you can bounce back from a mistake. You can. If you fall, you get up. Don't stay on the ground. You get my point?
Okay.
So, just be mindful of how you talk to people. Be mindful of, and also cherish the relationships you build. Because they're of the Lord, whether you believe it or not. Your relationships with brothers and sisters, that's of the Lord. You don't know how much you mean to somebody. You get my point? Like a brother seeing you could help him. You don't know what he's been through in his life. It helps him. The fact that you asked him how his day was. Some brothers need that. Some sisters need that. Everything cool with you? You get my point? Go ahead.
I say like sir, just going over this stuff that you bring up, man, even the brothers who did this to the sister had to have room for forgiveness. Even mess up as it sounds, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, I'm trying to put the right words together. I know we short sometimes for forgiveness.
No, you're fine.
You know what? It's all right. My bad. I know we short for time.
No,
I got proper words for what I'm trying to say.
That's all right. But I feel you though. I feel you though. I feel you.
Man.
So, in conclusion, I'll say this, man. Be real. Be real with me. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Be real with yourself. Be real with others. Get my point? Christ was real with us. So, love your brother, love your sister, and I really mean that.
Yes, sir.
So, I pray that brothers and sisters was edified a little bit. I pray a person was. And I pray that we really analyze how we communicate. We already do that. I'm just, believe me, you're not about to talk to anybody any kind of way in front of General Muhammad. You're not. But you're going to get checked. For real. Commanding General Yohana doesn't, he talks seasoned. You get my point? He talks to people how he would want someone to talk to him. So, if there's no questions or comments, then we're just gonna wrap the class up on that note. We got 1 minute. Go ahead.
Say, sir, water, sir. The class once again is turned up. I appreciate it. That I was in class tonight.
Oh no, I appreciate you was in class. Real talk. I appreciate it. Ramak was here. Justin was here. He about to order us some pizza. We good. I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
We could do that.
I'm just playing, man. I'm trying to stay away from the carbs, man. Passover gonna be in Texas.
Yes,
Right?
On the card. I'm gonna put on 15, 20 pounds for Passover.
Good night. Passover gonna be in Texas. Get the Lord a hand. For real, man. The Lord, man.
That's right.
That's a beautiful thing. I've been in Texas. I love Texas, man.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't been there yet, but me too.
You know, brother said I ain't been there yet, but me too. But nah, for real, maybe we're gonna have Passover. It's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. If you've never been to a Passover, I highly encourage you to do everything in your power to make it.
Oh yeah.
You get my point, man.
My first one, sir.
Oh, Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ, and it's gonna be beautiful to see brothers and sisters in their glorious garments and just. I remember my first Passover. It was a little overwhelming, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was 49th, right? I was like 48th or 49th. No. I got my. I graduated Hebrew Academy my second Passover.
Okay, yes sir.
But man, it was heavy. It was heavy, man. It motivated me to. This is where I have to be.
Yeah, you a solid brother, sir.
Nah, shit. Most High in Christ, man. I'm just trying to stay like, trying to get like you. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Trying to get like me.
God.
Oh man, don't say that.
Brother. But hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat Thumb, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. With that until, well, actually, I'll be here Saturday, so I'll be here tomorrow too. But Shalom. Hey, you about to order some pizza though? I'm just joking.